I think it's working. Mm-mm-mm. Eh, we'll go ahead and do our thing. Alrighty-dighty. Gonna play around. Oh, there's a lot of them coming. Oh, I see the golden one. That is our objective. We have to stop them from getting through. Alrighty-dighty. Let's see. Get ourselves a moss loaded.
On sonar, lost contact. Last bearing 292. Contact faded.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
The joys.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 292. Designated Sierra 1.
Alright, so...
Con sonar, new contact bearing 289. Designated Sierra 2.
Alright, we have plenty of room below us. Let's see what we've got. Don't think that's a foxtrot. I still don't think that's correct.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
Let's figure that out.
Make depth 4.
Let's go to
9 feet
periscope
dive by.
depth. We'll just check surface targets for GP. Okay, that
Con sonar,
kinda
Sierra
lines up.
1 is classified as submerged submarine.
kinda lines up. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly make our way up. Once we're to periscope depth. I'm weird, I like these military sim games, but I've got .mod installed. Alright.
Con, dive at 9 feet, dive by.
Good,
Lower
we're gonna
the
be picked up
ESM
by
mast.
radar. And... okay, I was right. So that must mean that the other target is underwater.
Lower the radar mast.
Alright. Well, let's go back to the tactical map.
Come left to 226, helm I.
Bring ourselves down to about 250 feet. Dive! 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 Yep. I'm gonna go after a diesel. We're listening for him now. So, there's a few different things. So I'm paying attention to the SOL as the solution, so that's essentially how well can I hear them.
Con, helm, steady course.
And then over here on this side, just now realized my mouse is being weird like that. Anyway, so here's our solution that tells me how good our signal is from them. Because over here, this is essentially our audio signature of it. And then these stats here next to it. So active is when it's pinging away on active sonar, how well can it get a return from us. Passive is essentially just microphones in the water, how well can it hear us. And then the towed array is the towed array. So like I've got these, this is essentially a long string of microphones. So that's how it can possibly hear us. So I'm waiting on my solution to try to get a little bit better on it.
Con, dive at 250 feet, dive by.
So we're about 49%. Loaded up and ready to go. Our mission is to stop the submarines from getting through. Well, give it some time here. Go ahead and hit some time compression. Make sure he can't hear us. $75.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Oh, I misclassified it. It was still a submarine, just not a Victor. Almost looks like we're getting into its baffles. Let's go ahead and change.
Come right to 281, helm I.
So pretty much what the baffles mean is if we get behind him where his screw is, so essentially if we get behind him where his propellers are, he can't hear us. On the sub, you can hear pretty much around your sides and your front, but you can't listen behind you. So if we can sneak into his baffles, Matter of fact, our solution's 95%, so we might be able to see him. That's weird. Why are you on the surface? Submarines aren't supposed to be on the surface. Why are you on the surface? Yeah, there's our trawler. Well, he won't be able to hear me then.
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, even on passive, he's not doing real well. That's weird. Alright, well, we're going to take advantage of that. That's a bit baffling, but we'll go ahead and launch a torpedo right up his butt.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra
Oh,
1.
he heard us. He heard the launch transient.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Make depth 984 feet. Dive by.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and go live. Since he knows we're here now. Reload another Moss. Bring in the towed array.
Make
and
turns
speed
for
this up.
20 knots.
Let's go to
Maneuvering
1,200
aye.
feet.
Come left
See
2,
if we can come
2,
straight
7,
in.
6, helm aye.
So our goal now is to try to...
Con,
Make turns for
Our goal is to try to get
5
below
knots.
the...
Maneuvering aye.
Oh, we broke the wire. Oh well.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 1.
Well, let's
Make turns
go
for
as low as we
3,
can.
3
So that torpedo's
knots.
now
Maneuvering aye.
live. Lovely. Now let's see if we can go as low as we can here.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Master 2,
It's a
last
trap,
bearing
yeah.
2, 8,
Yeah.
1, contact faded.
I mean, even if it was a trap,
Come left 2, 2, 5, 6,
try to get
helm
down
aye.
to 1,200 feet as quick as we can. Are you pulling in the towed array? Yes, it is. Okay, you're pulling in the towed array.
Con, helm, steady course.
Alright, we are almost down to 1,200 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Come right 2, 2, 7, 2, helm.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So the main goal is to try to get down
Con,
and below
helm,
the
steady
torpedo.
course.
That's our goal. So that way, by the time they go active, we will be below it. Because our test depth is 1,200 feet, so we're at 1,200 feet. So now let's go back
Con,
to
dive at 120
silent running,
feet. Dive
and
by.
hopefully these torpedoes won't.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Master 2, bearing
come after
2,
us.
8, 0.
I'm gonna go ahead and launch a second
Aye,
one.
sir.
Because I don't know if the one I launch is even going to hit him. And then let's make it go live. And he's still somewhat near the surface, so we'll just run that straight at
Con,
him.
maneuvering. Making turns for
I don't-
5
I
knots.
don't know if the first one's going to get him or not. I guess we'll see. Because I dove so harshly. But we'll see if my Moss, which is here, essentially a Moss is a torpedo that moves loud and slow, and its goal is to try to attract torpedoes. So if there's an enemy torpedo that is coming after me, that it'll try to go after that. So I'm not sure what my other torpedo is doing here. I guess we'll find out. It's doing something. I don't know if it's getting down to depth. I mean, it could be. I don't know what it's doing. So that torpedo just went live. So hopefully I'm below it so it won't detect me. Good, okay. I don't know what that torpedo is doing though. But regardless, I still got my other one. So here I can kind of tell depth, so let's go ahead and bring my torpedo up to the depth of the sub. Oh, okay. The moss is, or the torpedo's gone after the moss now. Lovely.
Make depth
Drop down 50 more feet
120
just in
feet, dive
case.
by.
Safety first. Hopefully my moss will just take it.
Make turns for
Matter of fact,
0
let's just go to
knots.
complete stop.
Maneuvering aye.
Be as quiet as we can.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, my torpedo has
Con,
caught something.
dive and
Con, sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 280.
No, the torpedo's after
Shoot
us.
2-4. Aye, sir.
Lovely. Alright,
Make
well, let's
turns
shoot for the surface.
3 knots.
I'm
Maneuvering
dodging
aye.
my own torpedo.
Con, sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 251. Con, helm. Steady course.
Con, fire control, we've
I
lost the
figured
wire.
we'd lose the wire. We're kind of hauling ass now.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Alright, so it is... There's the moss. And there's the
Con,
other
sonar.
torpedo.
Noisemaker. Bearing. Con, sonar. We are cavitating.
Oh, I bet we're going to cavitate. We're going for the surface as hard as we can.
passing 400 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 200 feet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con, sonar. No longer cavitating.
Don't break the surface. Well, let's see if it's following us now or it'll take the bait.
Con, sonar. Regained contact on. Master 2. Bearing 277.
Okay, seems we're safe for the moment. I guess we're gonna listen and see.
Con, sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing. Come right to.
See if we get our Charlie over here.
Aye.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 rig ship for ultra quiet.
Well, we will see. So far that torpedo is following my moss. And the Charlie's still playing torpedo beats over there, so we'll see. Get another moss ready to go just in... Oh, okay, thank God. It's chasing that moss now. Works for me.
Con, sonar. Noisemaker. Bearing 243.
Alright, I'm gonna
Make
go to a dead
turns
stop.
0 knots.
And I'm
Maneuvering
launching
aye.
another torpedo
Shoot
because
2-1.
I
Aye,
don't
sir.
know if that one's even gonna get him. Because if it doesn't, I'm screwed. So we're just
Con,
gonna,
fire control, weapon
so we're just
acquired.
gonna keep him sweating at the moment, is what we're going to do. I just need him to, like, go away. So we're gonna send this other torpedo after him.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 247.
Of course there is. It will either get him or it won't get him. But I would rather it get him. So just for shits and giggles, this torpedo is a insurance policy at this point. So we'll see if I can get him. I'm just gonna
Con
sit
sonar,
here.
noisemaker bearing.
Con, helm, steady course.
So this torpedo's following him, wherever he is. At least keeping him on his toes.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 255.
So if you're curious, essentially, noisemakers are devices they can drop to cause interference to try to get the torpedo off of them. So it's like chaff almost, I guess. So... yeah, he can't hear me worth a damn right now.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
No, he's about to have to play dodge torpedo on another one.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
It's following him. Oh, it is following him. Is he ever there? What are you locked onto? Oh, the moss. No, 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 no. Bad boy, bad. Bad boy. Go after
Con
the
sonar,
submarine.
noisemaker bearing 260.
Bad boy, go after the submarine. Attack the submarine. Bad boy, bad. He's here somewhere. The torpedo is locked on.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 261.
There he is. Had to turn on live ping to get him. So this torpedo is under wire guidance, meaning that I can control it.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 261. Contact breaking up.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and reload, because there's nothing I can do now until these other torpedoes are gone.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1
So
ready.
we're just going to chill out for a minute and let these torpedoes run their course. They'll eventually run out of fuel, but they last a little while, unfortunately. Oh, there was one. Just keeps looping back and forth. And it's gone. Cool. So I should be able to exit combat. Yes, I can. Excellent. I don't know why my mouse is off like that. Like right there, I'm hovering over the continue button, but it's like way the hell over here. Anyway. Excellent job intercepting and destroying the submarines. Your crew gives the Reds a bloody nose. Huzzah. And I'm not really playing this game for the story, I'm just chilling. So, alright. Highly placed intelligence sources indicate that Soviet diesel-electric attack subs are using noisy shipping lanes. So I have to kill more subs, and I have to go to area Blue 47. Alright. Anchors away. Where is Blue 47? Looks like over there off the coast of France. Alright. So we're going this way. Here's Blue 47. Ta-da! So now I'm looking for diesel-electric subs who are around here somewhere. Oh, see? There's the golden one again. Right there. So let's go intercept the... Oh, story. Don't care. I just want to play some combat. I'm going to intercept you. Alright, I think all of our stuff's loaded and ready to go.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 1.
Alright, get our
Rig
total
ship
rate
for
out.
ultra quiet.
Go to our tactical map. And start trying to identify.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 107. Designated Sierra 2.
So the diesel-electric submarines are
Con, sonar, new contact
World War
bearing
II.
063. Designated Sierra 3.
World War II technology.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing
wow, there's a few of these things.
042. Designated Sierra 4.
So because of the World War II tech, they are really, really, really quiet. So I'm going to go to
Peak depth 9 feet. Dive
periscope depth first. Then try to make sure I can weed out some of the contacts here while I'm doing this. Going nice and slow, aren't I? So my goal is to line up these audio signatures to whatever I think it is, and that's how you identify them. So that one looks like it's going to be a merchant.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
That one doesn't quite line up. The third line over here doesn't quite line up. So once I get to periscope depth, I'm going to pop the radar, and that should get some of these identified for me as surface contacts. Alright, so I'm there. We're going to go
Raise the ESM mast.
raise the ESM mast, make sure we don't have anything good.
Lower
Nothing's
the
on
ESM
radar,
mast.
So let's raise it on the radar. There we go, look at that.
Con, dive at 9 feet. Dive high.
So I've already knocked out several of these
Con,
things.
sonar, master
Trawler,
2
trawler,
is
okay.
classified as merchant.
So in other words, S3 is underwater. So if you're curious
Lower
at
the
what
radar
I'm
mast.
doing here, so the ESM mast is a mast you put up that detects if there is surface radar. So if another ship is putting surface radar, that mast will detect it. So you always want to put that up first, because if there is surface contacts, you don't, and they're running radar, you don't want, you do not want to spring up your radar, because they'll instantly know where you are. So you always raise the ESM mast first to see if there's enemy radar around that can spot you, and if there isn't, then I throw up the radar mast. So that's what I did there, was I threw up the ESM mast first to check to make sure no other hostile surface targets were around. Once I verified that, I can then throw up the radar, and that gets rid of a lot of the other non-combatant contacts. So at the moment, Sierra 3 is still unidentified, And apparently it's going to be one of our diesel subs. So right there, it looks like it's a Foxtrot.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as
So
submerged
I'm going to go
submarine.
ahead and launch
Shoot
I'm
2-1.
going to go ahead and
Aye,
launch
sir.
to the north to try to get my torpedo behind him. And then I'm going to drop down to maybe 200
Make
feet.
depth 200 feet. Dive by.
We have a we have a weak layer and a weak duct, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Try to get behind him here a little bit. We have an 81% solution on him, so... and he's below the layer, so we're going to come over here and drop down to his depth. As we slowly sneak below the waves.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 104.
Really?
Designated Sierra 5.
Okay, well, we've already eliminated all the other surface contacts. Just for shits and giggles,
Shoot 2-3.
launch a second one.
Aye, sir.
Because I'm gonna need 2, it looks like. So might as well get 2 fish in the water. It almost looks like
Con
that's also a
sonar, Sierra
Foxtrot.
5 is classified as submerged submarine.
So let's bring these to the right. Try to get behind the Foxtrot. Give it a little bit of time compression.
Con, dive at 200 feet. Dive by.
A little more time compression. Alright, let's bring our torpedoes due east. Come behind them. And in the meantime, I'm going to change my course a little bit to the
Come right
southeast.
to 119, helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
Still only have a 53%. Yeah. Oh, they dropped and okay, that's why they dropped. Well, we're gonna stay here for now. Actually turn sideways here to get our towed
Come
array
right to
full on to them.
160,
Drop
helm
to
aye.
300 feet.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive by.
There we go. See, now I'm getting a 90, 95, 94% solution. So I'm going to bring my torpedoes a little over further because I can get right behind him. He doesn't know I'm
Con,
there.
helm, steady course.
So let's go ahead and turn this one in. Up. Oop, not what I wanted to do. Alright, now let's have this one do a short activation. And this one we're going to bring around behind. So
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So this guy's not even going to hear this one coming, it looks like, unless he turns and he can hear it. So this is going to be right up his trumpet.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Oh, he
bearing
heard it.
077.
He heard it. He heard it. So now it's going to try to look for him. I do have it on wire guidance, so I can spin it around if I need to. But it's going to try to find him.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
No, you need to ignore surface targets. They're going after submarines.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 072.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
You poor baby.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 071. Contact breaking up.
Oh, I got one of them. So I'm going to start reloading that tube. And I think he knows something's up, so we're just going to go ahead and activate and come after him. Because I think he knows something's up. Unfortunately. Then we'll make him sweat by making it go live. For
Con,
funsies.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Found you.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Hi.
114.
It's a trap. But we'll see. Run, Forrest,
Con, fire
run.
control, weapon acquired.
I'm coming for you. Oh. I'll go back to the torpedo. Hunting boats again. Yes, yes I am. Hunting boats.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 113.
I am under wire guidance,
Con,
sir.
fire control, weapon acquired.
Your little noisemakers will not work. I'm sorry. Run, Forrest, run!
Con sonar, lost contact.
Oh.
Sierra 5, last bearing 111. Contact breaking up.
Sucks to suck. Alright, I think that's all of them. I'm not seeing anything else in the tactical map. But to double check, let's go ahead and turn on our own live sonar.
Con sonar, switching to active
Loud.
search.
Very loud. Sorry. Let me back away from my sub a little bit and it won't be as loud. Well, I'm not getting any returns. Nope. Okay, I think that's it.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Let's go ahead and reload real quick and then we'll exit combat.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Hey, okay. Survey says, yep, 2 Foxtrots, we got them. Excellent. Yay! But I'll probably end up taking a break here soon. Reminds me for the hunt of Red October. That is one of the special missions that you can get with a DLC on this. They're not a DLC, one of the mods. This is just .mod, so I'm not really giving a crap about the story at the moment. I'm just goofing off. Dinner's being made, so as soon as food is done, I'm probably gonna hop off for a bit. I just wanted to have some fun playing this. Alright, cruise missile submarines are going to attempt to break out. We have to patrol green 12 and 14, which are spots on the map. So, green 12 and 14 are back towards the UK. Between Iceland and the UK. So we're going to come all the way over here. And then wait for them. Wherever they may be. Because green 12 and green 14. Yay, right here. Whatever they decide to come through. They'll appear on the map as like little sub icons, but they're gold. Oh, see? There he is. Right there, I see it. I'm trying to. Try to see if I can... Come on, dude. I see you. I see you right there. You're coming towards the English... You're coming through the straits. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna blow you up and get you. And sink you. Oh. Think you're slick, huh? Eh? Think you're slick. Tough shit, son. Alright. Torpedoes are loaded. Let's rock.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Last bearing, 329. Contact faded.
Alright, bearing 329. So we're gonna go ahead
Ring
and
ship
get
for
our
ultra
tow
quiet.
rate out. And go to our TAC map. 329. So that is in the direction he is right there. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead
Come
and go
right
to the
to
right a little bit.
047 helm I.
Let's see if we can bring him up and identify him. Where are we at here? So we have a very weak layer and a very weak duct. Not roll. No, it's gotta identify him. Not roll. Like D&D, roll dice? I don't know, man. At the moment, we're just trying to match his sound signature so we can identify him. I don't think it's a delta. Let's see, there's a little map to kind of tell you what I'm looking at here. I don't think it's a delta. The lines don't quite line up. It looks like it's an Oscar.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1 is classified
Okay.
as submerged submarine.
So it is an Oscar. I want to rock. I want to rock. Dun 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 dun. I want to rock. And let's go ahead and actually use a torpedo on the right side.
Shoot to
We're going to
3.
launch out
Aye,
that
sir.
way. So our sub
Con,
hides
helm, steady course.
launch transient, so this sub doesn't detect us. So right now our enemy is on a -35 and a -9 on active and passive. So if it turns on, or excuse me, not a -35. If it turns on active sonar, it will hear us. But right now, it can barely hear us on passive sonar, but it might hear us on towed. So we have to kind of be in a hurry here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring our torpedo north. We are at a 57% solution. So for now, we just got to pay attention to what we've got down here. And food is ready, so as soon as I sink this guy, I'm going to be done. Up. At a 62%, you can actually kind of see what direction he's going now. Let's see, so once our solution gets to 95%, you can actually see him on the 3D view, because right now if I hit the button, he's just there and you're not supposed to know it's him or not, so you have to get to a high enough solution to see him. So right now I'm just paying attention to if he can hear us, because that's important. It looks like we are getting close to getting behind him though. So I'm going to go ahead and change my line of direction to go a
Come
little
left
bit
to
towards him.
349
I
helm
don't
I.
want him to hear me. And my torpedo is still working its way north, so let's do some time compression. There we go, so we have a 95%, so now, yep, there he is. There's your Soviet.
Con, sonar,
He heard us,
from
you
Sierra
bastard.
1.
He heard us or he heard the torpedo? He heard the torpedo. Oh, he did not hear us. Alright, let's go ahead and turn
Come
in on
left
him.
to 304
Let's launch a
helm
Moss.
I.
The Moss is going to be a little torpedo thing that mimics our sound.
Make depth 984
Of a
feet, dive high.
A Moss mimics the sound of a sub. So it'll sound like a sub.
Make
So he'll
depth
think that that's
120
us and it's not
feet,
us.
dive I.
Alright, so he knows we're here. So let's go ahead and bring our torpedo in and shorten that up. And now I'll go ahead and activate it, because it's time for torpedo beats for him. Because he knows we're here now. So we're going to drop
Con,
down.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Bring ship for ultra quiet.
Hit ultra quiet again. We're slowly going down in depth. So our goal is to get below his torpedo so his torpedo doesn't pick us up. Because the only thing he's heard so far was my torpedo. So he doesn't know where we are. Notice how he fired down the line. Yeah, he tried a blind shot. So essentially my goal is if I know where he is try to get the torpedo out and around. That way when he finally hears the torpedo, he's like, oh shit. And he simply
Con,
fires a
helm,
torpedo
steady
down
course.
the line of my torpedo. So right now that's why. And you'll notice he immediately went to running and he's on active sonar. So he's essentially, oh my god, die. But if you go right here and you look, it's -50 on active and passive sonar. He can't hear shit right now. He doesn't know where we are. He can't hear a damn thing. So we're still dropping in depth. We're about 700 feet. So my torpedo is coming up on him quickly here. My torpedo's still pretty high. I'm dropping down to 1,200 feet because, again, I want to try to get below his torpedo. By the time it goes active, that it won't hear me, I'll be too low. So that's my goal. So we're trying to get below his torpedo. He's just hauling ass, isn't he? Yeah, he's rolling. Look at that. He's booking it. He's at 27 knots. He's like, oh my god, no. Make sure we can watch him here in the TAC map. So, and I think his torpedo is, yeah, his torpedo is no longer my problem. I was able to get around his torpedo. Yeah, he's on full brown alert at this point. So he's just trying to GTFO from my torpedo, but my torpedo is almost within detection range. That's what this little cone here is. Ah, yes, Soviet-era nuclear attack submarines. Don't worry, little guy. I'm coming for you slowly but surely. Yeah, his torpedo is somewhere over there. I can't quite see it, but it's above me by several hundred feet. I'm still going down. I'm just now getting close to 1,200 feet. Him, on the other hand, he's trying to GTFO. But sucks for him because my torpedo's on fly-by-wire. So if he tries to dodge it, I can still get him. So he's diving down, so right there's my torpedo depth, and right there is his depth. I lost the 3D view because he dove down and now my solution's dropped. So my solution is down to 50%.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
And I picked him up. So here on the tactical map, it's picked him up. So now my torpedo's diving
Con
down.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 309.
Noisemakers are little devices to try to distract my torpedo, but I can even go to the first-person view of my torpedo. Sorry, little guy. He's here somewhere. Let's turn on some live pings. Maybe I'll pick him up now. Oh, yep, solution's at 95%. There he is. He's in the darkness.
Con, dive at 1200
He
feet, dive
threw
I.
another noisemaker. So we'll turn off the live pings. I'm coming for you, sir. I'm sorry. I control this torpedo, so it sucks to suck. Why are you running from me? I only want nothing but love for you.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 315.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's nuclear. Well, that's not nuclear.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Getting closer to you, sir. I'm going to get you.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 317. Contact breaking up.
To be honest, it's kind of scary to think about it. You are sitting in a can, and only the thing that tells you if you are done or not is dependent on a ping getting faster or not. Yep. A lot of submarines, though, these days have a lot of microphone arrays. That's actually what this thing is out of my rear end of my sub. Essentially, all this is a long wire full of nothing but microphones. And I can hear what's going on around me, so technically speaking, in a combat situation, this is what you see most of the time when you are thinking of what combat actually looks like. This is it. This is typically how it looks. So you're looking at a tactical map. Based on the sounds you pick up and where they're at and stuff, you can tell distances. So, but now I just gotta wait for that torpedo to go away, so I'm gonna do some more time compression, let that torpedo go away so I can
tube 3 ready.
exit this
Ring
mission.
ship for ultra quiet.
And in the meantime, I'm gonna come back up to about 95 or 49 feet. Yeah, you can even hear the pings from that one. And on my sub, you can tell even the direction. So every time my sub picks up a ping, you can hear it.
9 feet, dive I.
So I'm just waiting on that torpedo to run out of fuel. There we go. So now I should be able to exit. Yep, so I got nothing around me. And that's it. I got 1 Oscar. Ta-da! Cool. All right, well, food's here. I'm going to hop off for a bit. I may or may not stream again, so